I don't know how many times I have to remind black people that just because someone of the dominant society loves you, or you think they love you, have children with you, have a relationship with you, does not mean that they are not racist. There have been plenty of racist white females, white men who have slept with black people and still can't stand black people. You think they're going to turn down sex? Hell no. Did those white men that raped those black women in slave times turn down sex? No. They took those women against their will, had children with them, killed the men if they tried to stop them, castrated the men, threw the babies into the sea of waters where alligators and crocodiles reside as bait. Black people seem to not still understand the history that they have with these types of people who have not given up their hatred for us at all. A lot of you are fooled because you have the friends of the dominant society that are in your life. You have relationships with them. You know, black people are out there fighting against injustice. They're protesting. They want their freedom from this hatred and this oppression. But how can you truly be free if you continue to look at these people as your option? They shouldn't even be a thought. They shouldn't even be an option in your life. Now, I kind of sound like I'm telling you what to do, and in a way, I'm just suggesting what to do. I'm not telling you anything. You have your free will, and this is just my own thoughts. This is just my own freedom of speech here, without being hateful here. But if you're in a relationship with a person of the dominant society, or even a non-black person for that matter, you don't truly have a right to complain about all this discrimination and injustice that's going on, because you are sleeping and getting even closer to the very people who have made laws to oppress you and the rest of your people. And they truly do not want your existence to continue. People celebrate Loving Day. These two people who got together, this biracial woman and this white man who went to jail for their love and got a law passed, this white man got a law passed to be married to this black woman, even though we have instances of black men who have done this in the past as well with white women. Okay? If you look at that movie The Kingdom, you have that African man who wanted to marry that white woman. All right? So it works on both sides, and both sides are equally foolish. This does nothing for black people. This is why I continue to preach against this foolishness, and I preach black love. As I asked people before, why do you think that black love does not really exist on television anymore? When I was a kid growing up in the 80s, they had black love everywhere. As I grew up in the 90s into my teens, you had shows like Martin. You had the Family Goals show of black love and family with the Cosby Show and Family Matters. I mean, we had all this to look at as black children, as black teenagers. Now, you look at black people in relationships on most television shows and movies, and they are in explosive, disgusting relationships with each other. But then when they get with white people, all of a sudden, they know how to act. All of a sudden, the relationship can last the test of time. You have a black woman and a white man right here who are married, and they talk about the case of Loving versus Virginia. And she says this landmark case was what made it possible for us to be us. So you got a black woman that definitely wanted to date outside of her race. This white man who probably couldn't get a white woman in his own race, so he decided to go to a black woman. And now they're together. And YouTube promotes these types of couples over other couples. I notice it a lot. I've noticed it for many years now. I'm not saying it's any better to have a black man and a white woman being promoted on YouTube or any other form of social media, but I noticed that everybody seems to put this particular couple together and say, oh, they're adorable, they're so cute. What is cute about it? What's adorable about it? Because I don't see anything about it that's adorable at all. I see everything that's wrong about it, and I see what kind of a message it sends out to those people in the dominant society as well as people in my own community. It makes black women look like they're desperate. It makes, us look like we are inferior to them, and we accept that we are inferior and they're superior, so we need to be with them, especially when we create channels that are telling black women to be with these types of men, especially these types of men. And when we have black men that are doing the same, telling them, the black younger men and men even in their 30s and 40s, to be away from black women and be with other non-black women, all you are doing is sending out a message that you need to be away from your people. I don't understand why we think this is okay. Nobody else on this planet does this. As much as you love your white man and your white woman, they are not going out there telling other white men and white women to be with black people. No, they're not doing that. They may put it on television because they want to separate us from each other. They want us to see that because we watch TV more than anybody else. We take in more, sites on television and advertising than anybody else. But they are not doing the same as we are doing. We are looking like complete fools out here. We are telling our women to be, be a divester in black men. When we tell black men to save yourself, black man, from the black woman, we are looking absolutely stupid out here. That's what we're doing. And I hate to say it about my people, but it has to be called out because that's exactly what it is. It is another reason among many reasons why YouTube buries me now. YouTube never buried me before when I was doing the different things like video games and talking about all kinds of different shit. But once I start talking about black issues and talking about black love, all of a sudden I start going down, being buried deep into the fucking hole where I gotta climb up for years to get back to be seen. Because of shit like this. They will put this on the forefront. They'll put this on the main page for everybody to see and promote these particular types of couples over any other couple, and people will say, oh, they're beautiful, they're amazing. There is nothing amazing about this. There's everything sad and foolish about it. I can't respect black men out there that go with these women, that date these women, that have children with these women. I can't respect black women to do the same with those types of men. I just can't respect you. My look on life is not the same as it was 5 or 6 years ago. It's different now. And I'm not coming from a place of hatred. I'm coming from a place of being aware of what is going on now and stop being ignorant of what is happening around me. As far as I'm concerned, people in that community are guilty until proven innocent, just like they do to my people. All my people are thugs and criminals, so you're guilty until proven innocent to me. And it's very hard for you to prove yourself innocent. I'm not trying to see this woman here with this black man with the Black Lives Matter bullshit, and you look stupid when you're in a relationship with these people, as I said earlier, and you were talking about Black Lives Matter. Obviously, the black lives don't matter enough because you don't want to create a new black life. I tell you what I do like seeing. I like seeing black men and black women on screen kissing each other, having relationships that they go through a struggle, but they still manage to persevere through all the problems, just like in real life couples. Because it's amazing to me how the swirling community could tell you that black love is struggle love, but every love has struggle. There ain't one fucking couple on this planet that doesn't have problems. There ain't one, especially now with this COVID shit going on and jobs being lost and a lot of people being unemployed. You cannot fucking tell me that everybody's got a perfect relationship. So when I hear the swirlers, especially the females, tell me, well, they used to tell me, but they'll still say it now, I'm sure, that black love is struggle love, I think it's a fucking joke, because struggle exists in everything. Struggle exists in your own life, and struggle exists with your life with your partner. You go through struggles every fucking day. No marriage, no relationship is not full of struggle or full of any sort of blockade that's going to make you try to, end your relationship or try to get you to look a certain different way. You have to be strong and stand against it and stand up to it and persevere over it, and your relationship will survive. Only weak people allow shit like that to break them up. Okay, excuse me. That's how it is. So I'm not trying to hear that nonsense. It doesn't make any sense to me. Black women are the most beautiful women on this planet. I've said it 1,000 times, 1 billion times, and I'll keep saying it until the day I die, because it's what I believe. You don't have to agree, just like you don't have to agree with this video. But black women to me are the most beautiful, sexy, gorgeous females that exist. Whether it be African American women or women on the continent of Africa. And I'm kind of surprised that in South Africa, where any place in the continent, the majority of people over there are black people. They don't call themselves black, but they are just like us from the diaspora. I don't understand how they can even have any sort of interracial dating going on over there after they know the history of the apartheid and what's going on with them. But you see some instances, not a lot, but you see some instances over there where the dominant society, which is black and black African people over there, are having relations, marriages, and children with those people who are lesser of them, which are the white Africans over there. And that breaks my heart to see that. I don't understand, and you really should be ashamed of yourself in South Africa, of all places, when you're having a relationship with those type of people after what they've done to you in your own fucking country, in your own land. And they're still doing this now. We saw an instance a couple of months ago where these farmers are talking about killing black people because they want to defend their lands. It's not their fucking land. Hey, when you're alive, things like that happen. That was the alarm clock going off because I got to get ready to go to work soon. But yeah, you had these white farmers who were talking about they were going to kill to defend their lands that Africans gave them. Okay, no, not even gave them. They fucking took it away. So it's just funny to me how you got some African women over there and African men as well who are messing with these particular types of people. It's just like here in America where I don't get it. I don't understand how any black person can think that is a good option for you. We have some very messed up people in our community. Yes, we do. Every community does. But how could you even ever think of not being with someone like you to create more of you? Do you truly love yourself as a black person? Or you hate yourself that much that you want to cancel out your DNA and mix it in with something that will be lesser than what you have in your melanin? I just don't get it. I will never understand it either. I don't have hatred for anybody. I just have a lot more love for my own people. And I want to create what looks like me, not what doesn't look like me. Images like this is what makes me happy. It should make black people as a whole happy to see them sharing intimate and beautiful moments like this. We hardly see it anymore. You may ask me, how the hell can I just be simply attracted to black women and no other one on this planet? And I'll ask you the same question of how you could be attracted to anybody but a black woman as a black man. Some of our black women can pull off these different hair colors as well. They can pull off anything. They have hairstyles that no other woman looks good in because they don't have the same type of hair that other women have. And you might want to try, instead of making fun of black women's hair and telling them how ugly it is, not all you guys, but the ones who do, how about you start telling them how beautiful it looks and how beautiful they are? Anyway, in closing, I'm all about black love. Interracial dating doesn't do anything for me. It does absolutely nothing for my people. If you practice it, God help you. But I love black love. Goodbye.